All right, you guys. Um, Hopefully, I'm live. Give me some thumbs up if you see that I am live. I'm in my car. Welcome on in to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Um, shouldn't be doing this. Wait till you guys hear what happened today. Welcome in. Everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Remember that. Um, Here at WCA Network, everyone is welcome. I need to know that you guys hear me clearly and that I'm coming in strong on audio. If someone could send me a text to let me know, super important, because I will not be looking down at my screen at all. I'm driving. Okay, so thumbs up. Thank you, Mary C. Okay. So before I start this live, well, as I start this live, um, sorry I'm late. I'm going to let you know why. This is how my life goes. Um, this morning, I had to get on audio my vision that I had during my sleep or meditation, whatever you want to call it. Um, I had to get it down on paper and I had to get it down on audio, right? Um, don't think I should answer that. Wait. I think that might interrupt. Yeah.
Hi, the do you remember what card you used to okay, she said it's not working.
What's not working?
The authorization of the room cost. Because it's not paid for yet.
Okay.
Should I just wait for you to get here?
Yeah, wait for me to get there.
Okay,
Okay,
all right,
bye.
love you. Bye.
You guys all here still? Oh my God. I don't know if this is going to work. Do you guys, are you guys all still here? Um, I'm going to play something for you that I decided to audio tape because I needed to get it on audio because the vision was so unbelievable with me and Candace. Um, it was me. You could see me right there. It was me, Candace, and some other woman that I just didn't know. I'm gonna play the audio, and it's trigger warning because something happens right at the 11th minute, and you'll hear it. A car accident happens right in front of me, while I am recording my vision. It was by far one of the strangest things I have ever experienced. So let me play for you this 11-minute clip and then we will continue. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this. Let me know if you could hear this. Hi, you guys. Um, I have to get this out, and I'm going to do it to the best of my abilities. Thumbs up if you can hear it. Candace, specifically Candace Blywells. I had an incredible channeling message, information that has come through, and I believe that this is very strong and true. Can you hear this? And obviously, everything I do and say here falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, right? It's for entertainment purposes. I had a vision, Candace, and I followed, and this is all about Summer Moon Wells. Whoever Summer Moon Wells is to you isn't the same to all of us. There is a Summer Moon Wells that's going to come back to you in August, May, June, July. I think you said I can't have her come back in June or July. You just can't. Like there's something about those 2 months. I was by myself following somebody because I was following a lead on your daughter. I was in a broken down car, a very, very, very secluded area, and I was following a person like a Jody Sue Brown. Now, that person's face was never shown to me, but it was a female. She was traveling by herself and traveling on a motorcycle kind of vehicle. So I don't know if that is telling me that it was, the size of it was small, but it was like, it was exposed. So like a motorcycle kind of vehicle. She was by herself. She pulled into, and she didn't know I was following her. Now I'm following this lady who's smaller built, not tall. She's short, had on a hoodie, gray hoodie. She went into she pulled into a convenience store, not a convenience store, no one's in this area. It's very secluded. So it's off not a mud, but like a sand like road. And this store, we were traveling, let me close my eyes. We were traveling southwest, and this store was on our right, and it was an intersection, right? So I pulled over on this dirt road and stayed there until you came out so I could keep following you. You knew I was following you, and you came out to me and said, listen, you need to find the person that is way deep down under and looks like something you have never seen before. Looks like someone who is grungy, covered in mud, covered in vile. Like you explained to me, it's just something I've never could imagine and I have never seen before. And something between that time of you telling me, I didn't get back in my vehicle. You did. You took off, and I just know it was exposed because bad weather came in, really bad weather, like tornado bad weather. and you left. I was left behind, but there was someone that you picked up at this place, and this little girl or young girl sat behind you on this vehicle, sat behind you in this vehicle or on the vehicle, but she held you on, held very tightly. She was holding on to you very tight. Um, and said words like, I never understood until now. I never understood what this all was about until now. And you took off. You traveled southwest away. You took the road southwest from where we were. Nothing else was on the road. When I tell you nothing, it's a very secluded area, you guys. Nothing. Desert, nothing. Desert-like. Completely nothing was there. A storm was coming in, and I needed to take cover because a tornado was coming in. And the only way I knew, now a tornado could be a horrible thing coming in. And fireworks told me a tornado was coming in because the fireworks went off, and I then turned to Candace Wells. And Candace was thinner. She had makeup on. She didn't look like what she does in the videos. And I said, Candace, is that telling us that there's a tornado coming in? Those are fireworks. And everyone was going all the way down under. I was going down all the way down these stairs that didn't end. And I was screaming for her to come down this way. And she said, no, I need to get up top. I can't go down there. I don't want to go down there. And people were going down there. I'm like, everyone go down here. And it was like all the way down under, you guys. There's many stairways. But Candace couldn't get herself to go down there. And a tornado was coming in. And things were swirling, and there's a big, huge burst of fire. And these people were running down this stairway. I was going the opposite direction. I was going down under. And I'm going down, and I'm going down, and I'm doing down. And all of a sudden, I find myself in a single bedroom. A single girl's female bedroom. Nothing was around me. I could tell that it was silent. There was no noise. Nothing could come through. I was in a very deep down area that no one knew about. And it took me many, many staircases to go down. And as I was going down, it got colder. Now that I think about it, it got cold. And I found myself in a room. I got down there, and I turned to my right, and there was a small little hall. Like, I turned to my right, but then I had to turn into this room. I didn't realize it was Summer's room until I was laying on the bed. Like, I was laying, had a blanket, and then it had a pink knit blanket that said Ryan. And the front of the bed had like another blanket. So there was a fluffy blanket on the bed. And then there was like an Afghan on the front. And then there was I know it was expensive because I know those blankets. These are blankets that people give to people when you have a baby. The baby blanket. And the baby blanket said Ryan on it. I'm like, I know this is Summer's room. Like, this is Summer's room. I was laying in the bed, and all of a sudden, Candace walks in. And I look at Candace, I'm like, I know this is Summer's bed. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is Summer's bed. It's Summer's bed, right? Like, I was sad. I was crying. And Candace looked at me. I said, I looked at her right in the face and I could feel it as I'm speaking. And I said, Summer's coming back. Like, she isn't gone. And you, Candace, wouldn't say anything. I'm like, she's gonna come back here, right? This is where Summer's coming back. But the baby blanket said Ryan. Um, and all Candace said to me, she had makeup on. Holy fucking shit. Okay, you guys, a massive. I gotta get out of the car. A massive. Okay, I gotta get out of the car. Okay, that happened just a few hours ago. You guys, as I am talking about this, right in front of me in an intersection, a car spun into another car and the car turned directions. It was all of the airbags went off and these cars were completely messed up. Now I am going west in a very big intersection in front of me. These cars were coming towards me. I'm watching this. Two cars are just destroyed. And the other cars that almost got hit just drove away. So, me being who I am and what I do, I'm in the middle of the other street the other way, and I just put my car in park and I run. I got out of the car because that's the first thing I do. I ran across the street to this lady. The other man was getting out of his car. This lady looked like, I don't know, she was sleeping. I don't know what was going on. All of her airbags are off. There was smoke. And I'm like, holy shit. And I ran over there. Like, this is a major intersection. And I opened up her door and I look at her and she's pregnant. I'm like, how? I'm looking at her. I'm like, I was just talking about a baby. I didn't tell that to her. I said, okay, how are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Can you get up because your car is smoking? Let's get you out of the car. I said, can you get up? You know, the car was total, like everything was wrong about it. First thing I asked her is anyone in the back seat? Do you have anyone in the car with you? And her answer was no. So she leaned on me. I took her out of the car. She had a purse. I grabbed her purse. Her purse had water in it, blah, blah, and I put her down and I start like doing healing work on her head. I'm rubbing her stomach, like holding her stomach with my hand and just praying for the praying for the baby, praying for her, like just doing what I do naturally without thinking about it, right? Her car automatically calls 911, like something in her car. She has one of the newer cars. It was this SUV. And she said, they're coming. I need to call my husband. I said, give me your phone. We called her husband. I told her husband, she seems to be okay. This is the intersection she's in. The ambulance is coming. Am I buffering? The ambulance is coming. Am I buffering, you guys? It shouldn't be. Um, looks like I'm still connected. So hopefully it's not me. Sound keeps buffering. All right, let's see how it goes. Um, ambulance is coming. I help her to the side of the road, and the ambulance came. Two ambulances, tons, because the pieces of the car are just all over the intersection. And they came, and they just assumed I knew her. No sound. Uh oh. Is my sound off? Is my sound off? Is it good, you guys? Is it better? Come. Hello, hello? No sound. Let's see. Tell me if it gets better. Were you able to hear the video? Shit. Anything, you guys? Um, is it back? Is it back, you guys? Can't hear you. Hmm. Buffering. Can you hear me now? I'm looking. Um, now? Anything? Can you hear me at all? Can you guys hear me at all? Sounding better. Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I saw in chat that you didn't hear me, so I didn't do much. We heard pregnant and then buffering. Okay, so am I back? I think I'm back. Okay, so I get to the car and she's pregnant. Okay, I pull her out, put her to the side. I do like the healing work on her. Um, Wait for the ambulances to come, the fire engine. Her car pieces are all over the side of the road. And I'm just doing healing work on her. Called her husband, told him where she was, um, and that she seems to be okay, but she's in her 8th month. And the cops came. I'm like, I don't even know where I jumped out of my car. My car's somewhere over there in the middle of the road. They moved my car for me, and they just figured I knew the girl. And they're like, who are you? I said, that's so not important. This is about her. She gave me such a hug. She was hysterical, crying, bawling, and that was it. And I just watched the ambulance pull away. I'm packing up. I'm left. I'm like, wow, that was an experience. Now I got my daughter's truck because I have to clean the inside because my daughter's a designer and she has a ginormous show in Chicago today. It's a big show. I'm like, I'll get the inside, even though it's pouring rain, I'll get the inside of it cleaned out. So I go to the place I always go. I'm like, I know it's raining, but could we just clean the inside out really well? Because we have so much dog here, because we have so many dogs. And he cleans out the inside of the car, and I'm about to leave. And he's like, do you mind if I have that penny? I'm like, what penny? You guys, it actually sounds like a freaking joke that I'm saying all this. He's like, the penny with the wings on it. And he shows me that in my car was an old penny, like the older pennies have these little wings on it. And he has no idea where I just came from, what just happened. And I look at the penny and I look at him. I'm like, oh my God, you could have the penny. I'm passing this on. I looked at him. I put it in the palm of his hand and I closed his hand. I said, this is a good luck penny. I'm passing on good luck to you and angels will follow. It was such an intense moment. It was so, like, you guys, when you have those moments, you're like, what's happening? It was so cool. He's like, I collect them and I've never see them. They're very hard. They're rare, you guys, because they're really old. It was a really cool experience. I went home, I loaded up the car. Of course, I'm running late, and I got in the car and went live with you guys. I'm like, that is so freaking cool. And let me tell you something. Moments like that happen to all of us. And it's really about passing it on. Passing it on because I watched this, how nobody nobody stopped. Nobody stopped, you guys. Though even the cars that almost got hit that swerved away, I was watching it. Just fucking drove on. And I'm like, that's where the problems lie. That's where the problems lie. Nobody is stopping. Everyone's in a rush, in a hurry. They got to get here. They got to get there. I was in a rush. I was in a hurry, but holy shit, it was right in front of me. Like I would never, I see that happens in my life. So when I told my kids it happened, I'm like, it happened again. Like it happens all the time that there's accidents right in front of me. And I'm always running out of my car. I have to question myself, is it that I'm always running out of my car and it always happens to me? Or is it that it's I just run out of my car because that's what I do, you know? And I think it's just that's what I do. And that's, I think, something that everyone should do, right? So I passed it on with the penny, and now here I am. So the story that I was telling about Summer Moon Wells, it starts with spirit. To me, it starts with being um, true to yourself, true to your own purpose, true to who you are. And then things just happen, like just happen. And I was being true to myself and giving you guys a vision, telling you a thing about summer, and then I got my affirmations. Now, I could bet my bottom booty, however it is, that the girl that I took out of that car, who was stuck in that car, is most likely having a girl, and I didn't want to say anything. And for all I know, she's naming her girl Ryan. Now, that would be very interesting to follow up. I have no idea. I wasn't going to say to her, I think your baby girl's going to be okay. For all I know, I said it. All I said, I remember saying, is your baby's okay. Your baby's okay. Go to the hospital. Stay overnight. You need to stay overnight and keep a monitor on you. Don't have them send you home. I was in a car accident 9 months pregnant and I went into labor and it took a while, but you know, it's it. So coming back to summer, actually, let's stick with Ryan for a minute. Um, Ryan Upchurch, you need to watch your inbox and watch who gets a hold of you. There is a very large group in Chicago that is in charge of the Windy City Smokeout. Happen to know them. I sent them your information and your direct contact with a little bit of who you are because I learned about who you were. And they have a space for you to play in one of their locations. They're going to get connected with you directly because I said, don't connect with me. No fucking way. That will never work. So I told him, you're an independent and you're one of the only country singer rappers that are independent, which is amazing. Um, and they're going to get a hold of you. And this is a very big group that runs the Windy City Smokeout, which is now going nationwide. They're huge. If you look to see who they are and what group I'm talking about and the singers that go there, you're going to know. I've been there since the first Windy City Smokeout where nobody was there. And the singers that were there were they didn't know Luke Bryan. I loved Luke Bryan back then, and now look at him. And he was he's one that returns all the time, but he couldn't even fill a Windy City Smokeout the year that they started over 10 years ago. So watch for that, and I hope to see you in Chicago. But you got to watch for it because they can't get a hold of me. You don't have anyone that represents you, but they have a spot for you. If you want it, you could take it. And I think that would be great because I could fill that room for you in a second. You'd be sold out. You'd be sold out in a second in Chicago. So I thought I'd throw that in before I talk about you again with Summer Moon Wells. Okay? Um, so Summer Moon Wells is many different summers. What I got from that reading was that Candace Wells, knows there are different children connected to her daughter, different summers. The summer that we don't know isn't a baby. She was a baby. And Candace is hoping that she comes back. She is hoping that that summer comes back. But if the only one who's going to know I'm right with this stuff would be Candace. But Candace said she cannot come back during June or July. She can't. So there's something about those 2 months. She can't come back. Now, when I say she, there's hundreds of different Summer Moon Wells missing children. There's someone that Candace knows that we don't know personally. Like, we weren't introduced to her. We were introduced to a little girl that today is 7. Not today's her birthday, but now she would be 7. 7 years ago. She'd now be 7. But wherever they go and wherever they take these people is the stairway. I learned through this vision is a dark stairway, but it's a stairway it's not like it's a man-made stairway. It's a man-made stairway. They made these stairs. They made the stairs that go down under. And it's colder down there. The breeze is cold. The stairway and the railings are cold. It gets cold down there. So wherever this is, it's cold. It's man-made coldness. You see what I'm saying? It's man-made coldness. So it's they know the answers. Candace knows the answers. Um, Wherever these kids go with this man-made ladder seems to be in an area almost like where Dylan Rounds went missing. You know how it's like completely nobody is there. There's no one driving by. There's no one going by there. But there's like a store that's on the corner. And that's those when I get visions that are so clear like that, you guys, I'm usually right. And I'm usually right. I don't know what else to say. I mean, obviously, this is entertainment purposes, and nothing is going to be proven unless someone comes forth and says, "Holy fucking shit, she's right." And there are few people that can do that, and I believe Jody Sue Brown can. I believe that Candace can. I believe that Fred Hill can. I think that Don can. Benny can. Like, I think that there's a group that just Ziggy can. I feel like there's a group that may not know details and really know what's going on, but they know about this stairway. You know what I'm saying? But they're not allowed. What this tells me is they're not allowed down there. Like Candace couldn't go down there. She literally couldn't go down there. She stayed up top. I went down there because I was spirit. I was traveling spirit. So when I'm traveling within my spirit world, I go wherever I want to go. I see whatever I can handle seeing. Sometimes I can't see it because it's not the right time for me to see it. Right? Candace has never been down there. Once you go down there, guys, you don't get out. You don't come out of it. But that stairway is not too far from this bedroom. The bedroom is at one of the levels. Like it's not all the way down. It's at one of the levels. So that was my vision, and that's what I was trying to get out before all that happened, before that car accident happened with this lady who was 8 months pregnant, and before the guy found the penny in my car with the wings. I mean, and then I got an email, from the music group because I said to the guys who are in charge, check this dude out. Just click on the link and listen to his music. He's an independent, blah, blah, blah. And then I get an email back just about an hour ago. It happened all together. I'm not fucking lying. I'm telling you the truth. That they have a location for him. Now I can't do anything with that. I'm like you gotta get a hold of him directly because I can't. I'll send him the email, but they'll do nothing. So now here we are at this PDF, right? This PDF brings in water, underground, tunnels, stairways, man made stairways, adventures with purpose, Kylie Rodney, and all the Summer Moon Wells children that we know about. Okay? Um, oh, yes, Colleen, I see that. Yes, it's very possible. You know what? You're correct. When I put them together, knowing that a storm was coming in, I had to take cover. Maybe they are storm shelters that lead down there. It's very possible because it was like we were going into a storm shelter. Like, I'm like, everyone needs to get down because the tornado, you guys, I saw it. Like, it was Rooney. And I'm like, why isn't anyone going downstairs? People were watching it. It's so funny. It's kind of very parallel to it's crazy. It's actually, as I'm saying this out loud, it's very parallel to the accident that I saw. It's very parallel, especially with the baby blanket. It was a girl. A tornado hit, like a bad thing happened. Her car was actually smoking, like on fire. No one was helping. They were just standing there. It's very parallel. Very parallel. But mine had Candace Wells in it. And it wasn't the Candace Wells that we know and what she looks like. It was a different looking Candace Wells, completely different looking. 100% different. Same mannerism. Same mannerism. I knew it was her just by her human being, right? So this here is Adventures with Purpose that you're looking at. Okay. This is a PDF that comes from the Kylie Rodney story. Kylie Rodney was one of those chosen victims like Summer, but kind of it didn't really take off like Summer because they decided to end the gossip, because I think it ends it when shit gets too hot in their kitchen over there, and I think shit got too hot in Sammy's kitchen. They needed to get the focus away from them, so they found her allegedly. Fuck that, they didn't find shit. But this is Kylie Rodney, and I want you to understand that Adventures with Purpose shows each and every one of the elements within their videos, as well as Kylie shows all the elements on her in her videos. You have to really look if you want to learn. If you want to learn about this, you have to look. It doesn't just say, "Hi, here I am. Look at me. I'm the element over here." Your eyes have to just relax, and you got to let it wander and look in areas that you wouldn't necessarily look at a photo. Like if when you look at a photo of, let's say, whatever, Kim Kardashian, you're not looking to see what's around her. You're not looking at the bricks. You're looking at Kim Kardashian. You're not going to remember what street sign you're looking at her, because that's where your eyes go. It's a trained thing. It's a training thing. Right? So Kylie Rodney's videos is something that just can't be forgotten. And you must look inside of the Adventures with Purpose's videos. The video that they have of rescuing her car tells you the story of Kylie Rodney. And I touched upon this the other day, but what I didn't do was pull up more photos, which I did today. This is the photo that I would like the law enforcement to take a look at. Inside this, whatever this is, move the fuck over, lady. Road rage. Inside this, whatever they call it, shows a secret room. And if you look all the way to the right and look at that room with the cloudiness, there's a door there. Now that door doesn't show up anywhere in the videos of Adventures with Purpose while they are looking for Kylie Rodney. I sense a feeling about this door that must be looked into. This door, let me move over to the door. This door, we will click. This door, I've seen before. I've seen doors like this. This is a door that leads to other doors. This is a door in front of other doors that are important. It's not just a regular old door hanging out with Adventures with Purpose and whatever they're in. I don't know, they're in a boat? I don't know what that is. They're in a truck. But that is a hidden doorway. I have shown this before, but it's more important today than it was yesterday. So when I've shown something again and I repeat it, it's because it's important now, because whoever is watching me and trying to understand what the fuck I do here is understanding it more today than yesterday. So these details, like this door, needs to be looked at. Needs to be looked at. Because this information I showed you yesterday speaks volumes. I look at a place like this And whatever is going on beneath the water, within the tunnels, under the bridges, needs a company like this to extract whatever they're getting out of the water. This is a tunnel, how I see it, this is a tunnel to a waterways that are being used to move this shit. You guys, these are sacrifices. Sacrifices just don't happen and just being thrown in the garbage. This stuff is difficult. This is underground. Whatever this is a process. It's a big group of people that are doing this. It's big enough that no one wants to touch it. Nobody. Nobody wants to touch this. As you can see, nobody has touched this. No one. There's a reason for it, you guys. There is a reason no one wants to look what's behind the chains, what's beneath the darkness, what's inside the corners of these dark rooms. I'm telling you, it will take divers that are independent divers that don't work for big companies to go find this. It's in there. It is in here, you guys. It gets lifted and pulled and it's protected. All I'm asking for is a little justice for these victims that never had a choice, but they're thrown into it. They're thrown into it. Just like Summer Moon Wells, just like Kylie Rodney, just like Gabby Petito, just like Harmony Montgomery. All of them are thrown into this. This here looks familiar to me. This here is what I showed you is on the boat. These are containers. And this is the story of the sacrifices. I'm telling you the story so they bring justice. This is what is shown on those info, whatever the fuck they call them. This is what is shown. You understand? You see? This is justice for Kylie Rodney, you guys. She is not getting any justice. None of them are getting any justice. None. Yeah, I'm driving. I'm in the city. My daughter's having a ginormous fashion show, her first one all by herself, sponsored in the city. I'm helping her. I think I probably will grab a martini on the way out. I went over that yesterday. This is Kylie Rodney, and the answers are all in here. I showed this yesterday. Ryan Upchurch. Oh, why am I surrounded by these goddamn sirens? Are you serious? This is like a triple siren. Okay. You guys are not going to believe this. They just like fucking shut. It's whatever's happening is happening in front of me. Oh, wow. It's a little loud here. So this is the stuff I went over that Ryan Upchurch has different faces. and gives information of the Summer Moon Wells missing children clearly. Clearly, he does. Watch his videos. You'll get information that is critical to telling the story for Summer. And I think I'm going to probably close this shit down on this photo. This is the shit that I'm talking about. This photo is exactly what I'm talking about. I have seen this photo with this thing pierced through people's heads for 2 years. So when I see shit pierced through Ryan Upchurch's head, exactly the way they're pierced in all the other videos, you bet I'm going to call it out. What the fuck is this? Seriously. I don't care if this is AI'd. I don't care if it's fake. The problem is it's there. Okay? So, whatever today is, I suggest that everyone be super careful. Pay attention to what's going on, like I should be right now. Look at places that you've never seen. Keep your eyes open. Be good to other people. Be kind to other people. Right? Be kind to other people. People need us to help each other. I learned that today. Like, I was just, you look into these people's eyes and there's just, look into people's eyes when you talk to them. Like, I looked into her eyes, the one that was crying on my shoulder, who actually thought maybe she lost her baby. And I looked into the eyes of the guy who was washing my car so nicely, how excited he was about the penny with the wings. They're lessons, right? They're lessons for me, for sure. I'm not saying I'm here to teach you guys lessons. They're lessons for all of us. On that note, you guys, I love you all for being here. Thank you all for putting your thumbs up. Subscribe, help grow my channel. Pay attention, bring justice to these children, and just be kind to one another. Thank you all. God bless you all. Talk to you soon.